She rejected you. Maybe she said it softly. Maybe she laughed. Maybe she just went quiet and never answered again. Either way, you're here now. On the other side of no. Cartel member. Tonight by the fire on this bridge, we're going to talk about the moment most men ruin their own value. The moments right after rejection. This is not about destroying her or making her suffer. This is about refusing to destroy yourself in the name of someone who already said no. Because if you respond the usual way, your reaction will haunt you. If you respond the Stoic way, your calm will haunt her. Let's start with the dark truth about rejection. Rejection hurts your ego more than your heart. Your heart is sad that the story you imagined will not happen. Your ego is furious that someone dared to say, "You're not my choice." Pain makes you want to fix the story, so you send another message. You ask for explanations. You try to prove you're different. You stalk her online. You think you're fighting for love. You're really fighting for your own image. And every time you chase after no, you quietly teach her one thing. My self-respect is negotiable. You can reject me, and I will still stay here, trying to change your mind. That is why she doesn't feel bad. She feels powerful. What happens when you react like everyone else? She says, "I don't feel the same." You unload a paragraph explaining why she's wrong. She ghosts you. You break the silence with, "Did I do something?" She chooses someone else. You beg for another chance, promise you'll improve, ask what he has that you don't. From her side, the story becomes simple. I made the right choice. If he respected himself, he wouldn't be doing this. Your need to convince her is the very thing that convinces her you weren't the one. The more noise you make after rejection, the easier it is for her to file you away as weak, emotional, too much. This is what the Stoics would call losing control over what you never owned. You never owned her decision. You only owned your response, and you gave even that away. So what does the Stoic way look like when she rejects you and goes silent? 3 words. You accept, you respect, you withdraw. You accept that no is a full sentence. You respect her right to make that choice. You withdraw your energy from a space where it is clearly not wanted. Stoic acceptance is not weakness. It is the refusal to argue with reality. You might say, "Thank you for being honest. I wish you well." Then you disappear, not as a tactic, but as a decision. No follow-up, no checking in. No, maybe you'll change your mind. You let her experience a rare thing in today's world. Someone who can hear no and not turn into a storm. Why does that calm response haunt her more than any speech? Because it doesn't feed her ego. Most people, after rejection, explode or collapse. They either attack or beg. Both responses secretly reassure her. I must be very important. Look how much power I have over him. Your calm breaks that script. She expects drama. You give her dignity. She expects you to chase. You step back. She expects to feel like the queen. Instead, she feels alone with her decision. Days pass. You don't text. You don't watch her stories. You don't send funny stuff to stay in her orbit. Her ego starts to whisper, "Did I misread him? Why didn't he fight for me? Was I not worth the chase?" If there was any real connection, your absence becomes a quiet question mark in her mind. Your calm doesn't haunt her because you wanted to hurt her. It haunts her because she felt your value right when she expected to see you lose it. So how do you get to that level of calm in practice? First, you give yourself permission to hurt. But you don't let the hurt drive. After rejection, your chest will be tight. Your mind will replay every moment. Your fingers will want to type. You tell yourself, "I am hurt. That's okay. I do not make decisions from this state." You wait. You breathe. You move your body. You let the first wave crash without sending a single word. Most men lose the game in those first 24 hours. You will not. Second, you respond once, clearly, and then you're done. If she gave you an honest no, you don't punish her for it. You don't send cold silence back as revenge. You send one short message if needed. Thank you for being upfront. I appreciate your honesty. I wish you all the best. That's it. No hidden test, no open door. You show that you can receive truth and respond with composure. After that, your actions speak. You do not reopen the conversation. You do not check if she changed her mind. You do not use mutual friends to send signals. Your silence now is not a weapon. It is a boundary. Third, you redirect your attention ruthlessly. Because if you keep staring at the closed door, you will eventually knock again. Stoic detachment is not sitting in the dark thinking about her. It's taking all that energy and pushing it somewhere that grows you. Gym, work, craft, learning, cleaning up your environment, fixing the parts of your life you've been ignoring. You turn rejection into a signal. This is where I was asleep. This is where I need to wake up. You don't improve yourself for her. You improve yourself, so you never again feel this powerless over one person's decision. Fourth, you guard your story about what happened. Most guys tell themselves, she rejected me because I'm not enough. Maybe. Or maybe she's not ready. Maybe she wants something else. Maybe it has nothing to do with your worth. The Stoic move is to separate what I control versus what I don't. You control how honest you were, whether you respected yourself, how you respond now. You do not control her past, her taste, her timing, her emotional health. When you stop turning her no into a full verdict on your value, rejection becomes heavy, but survivable. Let's ground this with a few examples. Example 1. You confess your interest. She says, I see you only as a friend. Old, you would argue, try to prove you're more, stay as a friend, hoping she changes her mind. Stoic Cartel, you says, I understand, thanks for being honest. Then you slowly pull back. You reduce emotional availability. You stop acting like her boyfriend without the title. You don't slam the door. You simply move your focus to people who actually see you romantically. Months later, she might miss the support and presence you once gave. If she does, fine. If she doesn't, you still kept your dignity. Example 2. She ghosts you after a few dates. No explanation. Old, you triple texts. Did I do something wrong? Are you okay? I guess you're not interested. Stoic, you sends nothing. Silence after silence. If she ever returns with sorry, I've been busy, you don't punish her, but you also don't resume the same level of investment. Your life continued without her. That reality will speak louder than any sarcastic reply. Example 3. She rejects you publicly, laughing about your feelings with friends. You don't clap back in front of everyone. You don't start a war. You simply step out of that circle. You cut access. You build a different circle where your vulnerability isn't a joke. Her ego might never regret it, but her life will one day feel the lack of people who genuinely cared. Now, the protection rule. This is important. Your calm is powerful. But if you use it to secretly torture her, you're still controlled by her. Silence is not always noble. Sometimes it's just another way to manipulate. The Stoic way is different. You don't detach to make her pay. You detach because you refuse to keep paying with your self-respect. If she was honest and kind, you don't smear her name. You simply accept that she's not your person and invest elsewhere. If she was cruel, you still don't become cruel back. You let her character punish her on its own timeline. Your job is not to be her judge. Your job is to stop volunteering as her victim. Cartel member, listen as the fire cracks over the dark sea. You cannot control whether she chose you. You can fully control whether you destroy yourself after she doesn't. When she rejects you and goes silent, most men respond in a way that confirms she made the right decision. You will not be most men. You will feel the pain. You will breathe through it. You will respond once, clearly and calmly. Then you will walk your own path, without looking back every 5 minutes. That calm will stay with her far longer than any desperate paragraph ever could. But more importantly, it will stay with you. If this spoke to you, don't text her after this video. Text yourself. One thing you will start doing for you, and one thing you will stop doing for someone who already said no. You are not here to beg for a place in someone else's story. You are here to write your own with a steady hand. Join the Stoic Cartel. Come back to the fire tomorrow. We'll keep turning every rejection into fuel for the kind of man you're becoming.